This is Stirling Talks. Wilson here. Kevin joins me now talking about the Stirling Speakeasy events. I am a big fan. I've mentioned it here quite a few times. We've got this next one coming up here soon. And what you're hearing right now is a little sound in the background from the last Stirling Speakeasy. Comedians, listen, I could tell you all about it, but Kevin is here, and he's the man with the plan and all the info on this stuff. So, Kevin, for people that don't know what in the world we're talking about here, what is the Stirling Speakeasy?
The Speakeasy is a kind of variety performance that we have every month upstairs at the kind of Made in Stirling Creative Stirling space, and it kind of brings together lots of different art forms, which I'm really passionate about. So it brings together comedians, poets, musicians, and it basically just creates a night of great art that people can come along, just chill out and be entertained.
I've mentioned the speakeasies quite a few times here on the show, so the whole show today is all about the speakeasies. Thank goodness, finally. So it really is. One of the things I've heard from people is they come in and they might be a bit unsure about one of the performers at first, and they're like, I'm not sure if I like this. And then at the end of it, they're like, and it's happened to me a few times, they've won you over. So it's one of those where at first you might feel a little out of your comfort zone, but then you're like, oh yeah, this is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I love that. I feel like it's part of my job to kind of sneak in interesting artists in amongst the kind of more crowd-pleasing, kind of funny or kind of, Friday night stuff. So I love that. I love that people come in and they'll have a good night, but also, it can be a wee bit challenging at times. It can be something that makes you think. And the artists that come on, they're not always going to be the kind of, big stand-up comedians, but every single one of them is going to bring something really interesting to the table, and I think that's the most important thing.
That might not be one of the big quote-unquote stand-up comedians yet, because I'm telling you, some of the people I've seen, I'm like, oh, they're going places, they're really good, which is part of the mission of this, really, to get them in front of more people, right? The other thing that I love, too, is, we're paying these people. Like, this is something where you come, and your fee to get in here is quite minimal, but to be a part of this, but to pay these artists, that's important to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as an artist myself that works freelance, self-employed, we need nights like this. We need nights where the artists are treated with respect, but also they're getting paid for their time. And it's not just the time that they're here on stage, it's the time that they spend kind of crafting their work. It's the time they spend rehearsing. It's the time they spend making the act that you see look so flawless.
And with that, I will just say, so we've kind of given you a little elevator speech here. The big thing for me is if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I want to go out, I want to do this. It doesn't last all night. You come in, you get out at a great time. You can go catch the train home, whatever. Have a couple of drinks here. There is a bar. You'll be entertained. You'll see some people that you at first you're going to be like, oh, I love it. And then at first you may be a little off. For people that haven't, and you're a poet, and if you're not following Kevin on social media, you should be. We'll have it linked up for you. This is for some people the first time seeing some spoken word in quite a while, maybe even from the school days. That's what you do, and that's always included in this. For people that haven't experienced that before, and I know you've seen people that are like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go, it really is quite something different for people.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, weirdly, contemporary poetry or spoken word, as the kind of performative side of it is, it's still quite underground, and it's still something that people maybe haven't experienced in a live setting. But actually, in a live setting is when it is at its best. It's when it comes to life. It's when people go, oh, I can really connect with this raw art form, this person kind of getting up on stage and speaking their mind in this kind of amazingly unfiltered way.
Right. Well, and speaking of that, the Speakeasy, we're just above the Made in Stirling shop here, part of Creative Stirling. You can see the people. Like, this isn't a dark club. This isn't a big place. It's a good size room, but it's a small room. When you see somebody and they get it and that light bulb goes off, what does that mean to you?
I mean, that is why we do it. That's connection. When you write a piece, you're not writing it in isolation. You're not writing it for it to exist on a page somewhere. You're writing it so that someone somewhere is going to feel it and someone somewhere is going to connect with it.
Right.
And I feel like that moment where you do see that connection happen, especially when it's with a stranger, someone you've never met before, but you know that they are resonating with what you're saying, it's amazing.
This is a great thing. Again, we are a Stirling Community Radio. Love sharing the community events with you here. And this is definitely one here. Again, just above the Made in Stirling shop, part of Creative Stirling here with this. The February one sold out.
Yes.
Which is quite good. We've got the March one coming up here soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that don't wait and get tickets at the last minute, because that one sold out, and I've got people who are like, oh, I didn't get in. Tickets are easy to get.
Yes, yeah. If you follow Creative Stirling on social media, they always post the ticket links and the lineups, and you can kind of, check out the artists in advance. Maybe some of them have got stuff on YouTube, but again, there's nothing like coming to see it live.
I don't know if we're able to announce now, but any hints as to what maybe some of what we might be looking forward to in the next one in March?
I certainly can. So we have music from Aurora Engine, who's an amazing kind of harp player, which I think will be a very interesting thing to get in here. Yeah. We've got poetry from Ash Dickinson, who's a bit of a legend on the scene, and we've got comedy from Amy Matthews, who's been a tour support for massive acts, kind of touring around the country, and Scott Agnew, who is a Scottish stand-up legend. So an amazing show next month as well.
There you go. You heard it here first. Get your tickets now, because it is going to sell out. Talk to me a little bit about Creative Stirling. This event space is really, this wouldn't be happening without them.
Yeah, definitely. And they've been so accommodating and given us the space to do something interesting. Obviously, they kind of approached me as the maker of Stirling, and said, would you like to do something? We've got a bit of funding, but we're looking for somebody to kind of partner with. And I was like, well, this is what I love doing. Right. So yeah, here we are.
No, this is great. I do want to mention as well, I've followed you on the social media there. You've had quite a few interesting pictures. I'm seeing some architecture, some different words right here. What are you working on personally now?
So my current project is a poetry collection about brutalist architecture and social housing, which is incredibly niche, I know, but also I think really interesting. And I think that once people kind of engage with it, they'll go, oh, there's actually something here, because it's not just about the architecture, it's about the history of places, it's about the human stories behind places. So yeah, I hope that will be out in the world sometime in the future.
I'm glad you said that, because a little bit you've already put out there, I'm like, okay, what's he going on? Because architecture, I know and I appreciate, and then the history. So at first, again, it's just like the Speakeasy, where I'm like, all right, what's he going on about now? But I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. So just give it a chance. So again, the Speakeasy is once a month here, just above the Made in Stirling shop. Great stuff going on. We already told you some of the acts that are coming. This is going to be great. And this is something that we're hoping to continue throughout the year, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I think first Friday of every month, we're kind of locked in on that date now. We'll maybe take a wee break during summer, but for the most part, we're going to be here every month with a whole host of new acts that you can come and check out. And yeah, it's all about the quality of acts that they're going to come and, kind of elevate it. And if people keep on coming back, we'll keep on doing it.
Yeah, I love it. I think people are definitely going to keep coming back. I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this, but we are Stirling Community Radio. My question to put you on the spot: what was your first concert?
My first concert? That's interesting. I suppose it would have been, if I was being honest, it would have probably been something terrible. In fact, I'm going to, if it was properly my first concert, it would have been as a child, and it would have been to see Scottish kind of children's legends, the Singing Kettle, which anyone outside Scotland's like, what?
Oh, I don't know if we've got that on the playlist, actually.
The Singing Kettle were fantastic, and I loved them. And as a child, I completely kind of blame them for my love of being on stage now, because I went to see them when I was a kid.
For people that don't know, what is the singing? Can you give us a little bit here?
The Singing Kettle is a children's stage show, which became a TV show.
Right.
And it was just these people on stage singing songs.
No, I think I missed that one. I haven't said this on the show, but my show as a kid, I've got a couple more laps around the sun than you do, was the Wombles.
Oh wow! Well, I feel like that's actually kind of
around the same
similar
right,
kind of thing.
I must have just missed that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff. One more time, if people want to find out more, Creative Stirling, right?
Yeah, if you want to find out more about the Speakeasy, check out Creative Stirling online. If you're wanting to find out more about my work, it's at Kevin P. Gilday across all social media. media.
We'll have that linked up for you. Kevin, thank you so much, and please keep doing. I'm a huge fan of the Speakeasies. My family, everybody loves them here, so keep doing the good work, man.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
This is Stirling Community Radio.
Here's Scylla, Artie, Gary, and Jane. It's the Singing Kettle Show.